Cancer Seeker is in the house. Welcome to your March Tarot Scope. Super happy to have you here. This is the Existential Shift, and I am Morgane, and let's talk life. Yeah. So this is the SpellCasters Tarot. They are lovely. Guys, feel free to watch your other placements for a whole sort of scope of things. I super recommend to go back to your last month's reading. Right now we're in the midst of February's energies, so check your February tarot scope. Even if you saw it already, if you can, if you want to, check it out again just to make the connections from a later on point of view, either when you're after or in the midst of things. That's good. Cancer for March. Okay, putting the intention in the cards while we wait for them. A few fun announcements. 2 types of extendeds. First, there's the extended for your, the monthly one that you know about for March in the information box. Now there's also a yearly extended. I call it 2019 Mistress of Magic because it's fucking magical. I dissect your year by the month with After Tarot, Celtic Tarot, runes, I Ching, and Akashic Records, and people so far have been really into it, so check it out if you want to. And very fun announcement, Tarot Masterclass. I uploaded tons of new classes, so if you want to study tarot at your own pace online, you can either choose 1 card or a few cards or all of the cards, depending on what kind of process you want to go through. Link also is below. Okay. Oh, and if you want to book a private reading, if you resonate with this, but you want to make sure it's yours. If you don't resonate with this and you want me to give you your own story, book a private reading with me. Also, link below. Okay. All right. Thanks for being patient for my spiel. We got to do this, right? Because even if you don't want to hear it, someone wants to hear it, and I want to say it. Okay, Cancer, I hope I didn't lose like 70% of you guys. You guys love me. You're still around. I know you guys are still around. I can trust you. I can always trust a Cancer. My rising is in Cancer. You can always trust a Cancer, even if they can't trust you. For the cross watchers. Yeah. Okay, so Cancer for March. Ooh, I feel a lot of energy and it's like you're waking up and be like, I want to live. I don't want to wait around. I want to have some fun. That's the energy I'm tapping into. Here's the thing about tapping into the collective of the zodiac. The reader finds it within himself, what kind of energy exists within themselves that they share with the collective of whatever they're reading to. And then from there, that's where they tap, and then the cards show them the individualities, the details of the people that they're reading to. So even though this is not my reading, this is the collective of Cancer for March that are watching me, but still I am using my own range of energies to tap into you. Fun fact, in case you were curious. Okay. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and hey, cross watchers, for March. Okay, so the cards are active. They're being shuffled. They want me to shuffle them quickly, but they're not presenting themselves. It's like you're doing a lot, but it's very like private. It's like you're not really sharing it with others. You're not like talking about it too much. Oh, there it is. Not talking about it too much, not showing too much. You're just doing. Like you're in the. And once I said it, a card came out. That's confirmation. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. So once we choose a path and we start walking it, then what? What kind of a bag are we carrying? If the bag is too heavy, it's gonna delay us. If the bag is too light, we won't have enough for the journey. This is too much. Don't take all your experience, all your knowledge, all your past situations into this journey that you're on. Don't. It will just it will just burden you and won't be helpful, and also will block your sight and make you lose balance. Now, here's the thing. This is the essence of, learning from your past, but not being stuck in the past. Just because something happened twice before doesn't mean it will happen again. Okay? Life is constantly new. Doesn't matter if you put your foot in the same river, the water are always different. It will never be exactly the same. Even if it's the same point on the ground, the sand is different because the river had it flow. The waters are different because the waters of yesterday are already elsewhere. Now new waters have come. So it doesn't matter if you're stepping into a situation that has some sort of resemblance to situations in the past, it will be completely different. The only thing that can make it the same is if you bring the same aspects of yourself, right? The thing that everything that has happened before that was repeating itself has in common, I'm sorry. Why can't I speak? Has in common is you. Different partners that did the same thing to you, but they're not the same people. You are the same person in all these different situations. And you behaved the same way and attracted similar behavior and similar patterns. So if you try another relationship, but now you are different, you're walking differently, you're looking at things differently, then it can be different. Same goes for work. So of course, learn from the past, but don't live in the past. To create the future, you can't live in the past and you can't live in the future. You have to live in the now, which is why the mind is such a wonderful master, but a dangerous, wonderful servant, but a dangerous master. I don't remember who said that, I'm quoting. And what does the mind do, really? What does the mind do? The mind remembers the past, so it's in the past. The mind plans and hopes for the future, so it's in the future. What the mind does not do is be present. That's the heart, that's the realm of the heart. The mind is an illusion. The past doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist yet. The only thing that can heal the past is the present, is the heart. The only thing that can create the future is the present, is the heart. So stop overthinking things. Drop the load of all your thoughts of how things were. Drop the loads of all your plans of how things should. And just exist in the moment. Create. Wands is fire, it's will, it's creativity. Okay? But if you overburden yourself with those of the past and those of the future, you're gonna drop, and you're not gonna do neither. You'll do neither. Ten of Wands is a card of delegating and prioritizing. I'm not saying drop 9 wands, but drop like 2, okay? All right, let's keep going. I always allow myself to rant on Cancer videos because I know you guys like it. Thank you for being my jam. All right, let's keep going. Oh, ooh, okay. First card drops. Oh, second. High Priestess. Hello. She's wearing blue. I'm wearing blue. Okay. And then I don't know what's beneath. There's a few, but then the 8 of Cups. King of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and 3 of Swords. I did not do it on purpose. It was like... So the King of Wands just dropped on the High Priestess and on the 8 of Cups. Okay, King of Wands, you just want to be there. Okay. That's okay. Great. I'm just going to leave you here. And then 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. I gotta tell the myth. If you've been following me for a while, then you guys know it probably because I talk about the Greek mythology a lot. But if you're new, then story time. The card of the Eight of Cups and the High Priestess are intertwined in a very interesting way. They're very much connected. So the Eight of Cups represents, not specifically in this deck, because here we see a male figure, but in the origin of, the connection of the Greek mythology to the cards, the suit of cups is represented by the story of Psyche and Cupid. It's the story of true love and the journey of love. And in the Eight of Cups, this is where Psyche completely gives up and surrenders to something that she understands can never be. I'm not going to go into the reasons, but she just goes into the underworld, to the unknown, basically to the end of her, and to meet Persephone, the goddess of the underworld. Okay, so imagine this is like if this was the Rider-Waite, or if this was the Mythic Tarot, you would see a female figure walking away. And we know, even without it, I know that the archetype is her going into the underworld. But here we actually have Persephone, the goddess of the underworld, where Psyche is supposed to meet with and ask for something. Basically, what she's supposed to ask is something that will bring her the resolution and success in an assignment, in a mission that Aphrodite sent her on, but she knows it's a lose-lose situation because no one leaves the underworld. Story goes, happy ending, we get to the Nine of Cups, Persephone is cool and all, but in here, this is what we have. We have Psyche giving up completely and going to the unknown. She goes to the unknown knowing that she has no idea what lies ahead. She has completely let go of the struggle, of the battle. She put something to rest. And here you can see a grave. Now, what's interesting in this deck is that this Eight of Cups has a waxing moon. This is a new moon, as opposed to other decks where Eight of Cups has a waning moon. This is a new growing moon. This is going to grow into full moon. And most Eight of Cups has a waning moon. It goes down into an empty moon. So what I'm getting here is that this unknown that you guys are walking into, with a lot of fear of the mysterious, with a lot of fear of what will be, and a sense of like, I don't know, I just know that this I can't be in, and this doesn't work. I'm going somewhere else. I don't know where that else thing is. But your intuition, Cancer in you, your soul, is guiding you and leading you, and it's telling you it's to grow something. Something will grow from it. From the action of leaving, or more so from the inaction, from just the goodbye, something else or something will grow and be created, and it's strength, being strengthened here, because here I also have a new moon. Yeah, this is a new moon. We have two new moons, and we start with this and we go from this. So potentially you leaving something now might manifest in something stronger, and there will be a realization of why you had to do it and why it was beneficial for you. Do it anywhere between the new moon in March, and then a week after, because this is half full moon. So somewhere from the end of the first week of March to mid-March, like the second week of March, I would say. This is me doing times, guys. Don't get caught up on this, because these are general readings. Once again, if you want to make sure, book a private one, but something will become clear and illuminated around mid-March. But it's a result of something that you're doing right now, a certain release that you're doing. There's also an element of diving into self-study and self-mastery, and kind of leaving the world, But then here what happens, once that happens, who drops on it? King of Wands. Like, hello, do you remember I still exist? Hey, I'm here. And you're like, what do you want? Look at what you did. What do you want? Look at what you did. And he's like, oh, I want to build something with you. For some of you, not all of you, but this is just such a clear narrative. Now, by the way, you can reverse the characters, okay? So this could be a male leaving and then a woman is coming and be like, hey, I know it didn't work out then, but why don't we try again? I'm not shading or making fun. I'm just being sarcastic because that's my humor. It's actually pretty cool. It's a really cool story that is being unfolded here. Because we have right after 2 3s, 33, master number. This journey is a journey of mastering something within yourself. You had to go through this, or you have to still go through it, because you're mastering the ability in you to build from the pain and to emerge like a phoenix. So you will never fail. Something good happens, you succeed. Something bad happens, you succeed. You just transmute. It's teaching you how to transmute energy, any sort of energy, into manifest good stuff. Like, so it doesn't matter if it's pain or success. Either way, it's energy. It's our head. It's our subjectivity that defines it to be either good or bad. But energy is energy. When you're feeling a whole lot of joy, that's a whole lot of energy. When you're feeling a whole lot of pain, that's a whole lot of energy. And that's the alchemical process of the sorcery, okay? Where you take whatever it is that you're feeling and just, okay, this is energy and I can use it. Take advantage of it and prosper from this. And the High Priestess is teaching us how to do it. She's teaching us the process. The current lesson, the current part of the journey is the release and let go, and the understanding that there are things that are greater than us that we can't control, most especially love, because that's the purest form of anything. It's beyond our control. And also there's a matter of divine timing, okay? We can't control the timing of the universe and when spirit wants something to happen, because we don't see the big picture. We don't understand how certain karmas need to first be released, certain lessons need to be learned. And then in the right time, this can be like, hey, want to do this? Let's forget about this. Something like that. I like that in this deck, so the fire is burning the heart that is already injured. It's like, this is just what I said, transmuting pain into energy of light and manifestation of life. And I have the Three of Pentacles right under the High Priestess, so it's like, look, she's like pointing to the books and he's like pointing to the apple and teaches. She's mastering her knowledge, and then there's an element of giving it to others, right? This is the three aspects of Grandmaster. To be a Grandmaster, you have to first master the craft, of course. You have to be generous with it, teach it. So here, mastering, and here, generosity, teaching it. I forget the third. Scheisse, maybe I'll recall soon. But whatever it is that you're going through now, it is made for you to really enhance your abilities and also give it back. And I like the symbolism of the apple here, especially right under the High Priestess that is like pointing at the elements. Interesting, she's pointing down to the in reverse triangle, which is the element of water. See here? See what she's pointing at? This is the alchemical symbol of water. Not from our perspective, but from her perspective, right? She's looking at the book, so it's like a triangle in the reverse. We also have Perdre here. Perdre is a rune. In the extended, I will do a rune reading. I will take out 3 runes. Perdre is the mystery. And we have with her, we have the pomegranates. And with the Three of Pentacles here, we have apples. This is fertility and life and knowledge. The tree of knowledge, right? The tree of Adam and Eve was an apple tree. Apples are symbolism of knowledge. The knowledge of emotion, because she's pointing at water and mysticism. To really master your knowledge of emotion and mysticism, and tap into your higher self, into spirit and divine guidance, you're going through a journey of release right now, proving that you can let go with faith. That whatever comes after, it's for your highest good. And the crow is here. Yeah, the crow is the messenger of the underworld, right next to the high priest. It's beautiful. So not like in a death, morbid, scary way. Crows in the shaman world, they're messengers of knowledge. And they're checking you to see how you're doing, right? They're like keeping an eye on you to see if the spiritual warrior is going through their journey properly. And then they go and whisper into Persephone's ear. It's like the spirit, the divine is like studying you. It's like putting an eye on you to see how you'll handle certain situations, like tests. This is not to hurt you. It's like little tests. Just breathe through it. Be like, yeah, I trust you. If this is happening, I can't control it. I did my best. If you do your best, that's the most you can do. If you look back and you're like, okay, I gave it everything I could. I did everything I could do. That's it. This is the time for surrender. And surrendering is a very, very, very powerful thing. And it's a very difficult thing. To gain control, you need to be willing to lose control. Right? When you try to hold on to a bird, you can't. It will struggle and fly off, or you'll kill it. But if you just empty hand, not try to control it or hold it, it will just sit on your palm. That's the lesson. So if this is a relationship, then this person is trying to teach you how to let go and surrender and to receive without trying to control the situation. Okay? And I'm not saying that they're cognitively teaching you this, but this is like, their spiritual job in your life. Like that's the soul contract. And if this is a job or a work or a new, let's say you started a new project or a new business or a new job and things are a little rocky and you don't understand what to do, you feel like you're doing your best and you're putting in your all and still not, this is a lesson to trust in the divine. You did it your all, you're now in a very high frequency, you went through a certain journey, give it one more step. When I did the 13th element for Valentine's Day for love, King of Wands is Aries. So Aries received 9 of Wands. It's holding on and not giving, it's giving up on the action, but it's not giving up on the faith, okay? 8 of Cups, Psyche, she has full faith in love and in life. But she surrenders and gives herself up to the divine, being like, okay, maybe this is just not my journey. Maybe this is just not for me. You tell me, God. You tell me, universe, whatever you believe in. And the 33, 3-3, it's mastering. Master numbers are 11 or 22 or 33, but the 33 is definitely one of the highest frequencies. Right after the high priestess, Jesus. We'll delve into it in the extended because they do the numeric value of the numbers. So the 3 and 3 will definitely stay on the table. Okay. This King of Wands is looking at me. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound odd, but it's like all the cards are on the table. The High Priestess is so much more powerful, but the King of Wands is like looking at me like, well, what? What do you want? What? I don't know. Hey, Empress. I'm the Empress. Why are you staring at me? You tell me. I'm the Empress. I don't need to say anything. You tell me. Hello, the cards. Okay. Let's keep going. Thank you. Ace of Swords. I'm going to say that's something a little bit morbid just because of how it connects to me. I just lost my dog 3 months ago. He was my baby. He was my child. It was my spirit animal. My wolf. This looks like somewhat like a wolf dog shaped like fire. and I cremated him. I'm sorry for being morbid. This brings out something, especially here because of the element of the fire. Something new is being born out of the death, okay? I remember, because the high priestess is the queen of the underworld, the kingdom of the dead, and the Eight of Cups, the archetype of going into the underworld, not knowing if you'll ever come back. And then here we have, and the Three of Swords, the pain and the fear, but then the Three of Pentacles, building something out of it. Like there's a certain element of like passing a test, because the Three of Pentacles right after the Three of Swords is like, yeah, I'm going to make good use out of it. I'm going to transmute the pain into something productive. And then the Ace of Swords comes out. It's like, yeah, here's this Excalibur. You've proven yourself worthy. Now, the King of Wands is representative of April, right? It's spring. It's when Persephone comes up into the surface and joins Demeter, her mother, the Empress, and they rule the kingdom of the living. It's the story of the seasons. Okay, so right now she's in the underworld, still winter. Around March, April, when she comes up into back into Earth, that's when life prospers again. And I feel like the rounding of the mastery, like the tying the loose ends, will be really sharp and clear towards end of March, sort of, because that's when Aries season begin between the 20th of March to the 1st of April or so. From the ashes, something new will be born, but something needs to turn into ashes first. So maybe you're already in the ashes stages, Cancer. I don't know. Tell me, comment. I love this story. Now, another nice art. I want you to see this. Now, another beautiful archetype that arises. Persephone was a high priest. I'm sorry, not Persephone. So another archetype of another myth of the high priestess is Morgane Le Fay. Hey, I'm Morgane. Morgane Le Fay, King Arthur's half sister who ruled Avalon, the island of apples. Jesus, fuck! How everything just. Oh, sorry, I just had my brain blown. God, you guys, your readings are always so okay. So Morgane Le Fay. She was the high priestess of Avalon, the island of apples, where they would teach and, master high priestesses and, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I lost my thread of thought. So high priestesses in those times were known to be forgers of swords, right? The Excalibur was told to be forged by Morgane Le Fay. Or the high priestess that came before her, I'm not sure, but what you're doing right now is like you're melting a situation and you're creating something new, like a real new journey of fire and ice. Like seriously, hello Game of Thrones. Like you're transmuting a lot of pain and anguish and death. And loss into something highly creative, highly powerful, that will not be able to be ignored. Who did I name? Which video did I name? Pick up the sword. Samurai. Was it yours or was it someone else a few months ago? I'm gonna check. But someone needs to once again pick up the sword. Okay, one more card before we conclude and move to the extended. Six of Swords. Yeah. And speaking of Avalon, this is taking the boat towards Avalon through the mists. If you haven't seen or read The Mist of Avalon, my witches and maguses, then please go right ahead and do so. Okay, so here we have the symbolism of the moon, and here we have the symbolism of the sun. See here? He's closing his eyes, but his conscience is leading him. She's also closing her eyes, but her gift of sight is leading her. Okay, and they're going straight into the fire, and they have 6 swords within. Okay, so someone is going to try to make either an offer or a gesture to either work with you or try something with you or be with you, because they recognize, his eyes are actually wide open. Her eyes are closed, but his eyes, yeah, because of the sun, the awareness, the sight. Okay, so he's seeing the fire. Her eyes are closed. She doesn't need to stare at it. It's in her heart. The box is her heart knowing. Okay? But the sun is also the element of fire, right? So he's seeing this fire. He's seeing this transmutation, this transformation. So someone might offer you to do something with your gift or with your abilities. This can either be like, I don't think it's like investment, like financial. I think it's more like guidance and time. It's up to you if you feel like you want to take it. But this is based off some sort of skill, talent, ability. Maybe it's this King of Wands. Maybe it's this High Priestess. I'm not sure. Or you might be traveling to do something that has to do with this knowledge. Maybe you're traveling to speak, to lecture. Maybe you're about what you've learned or what you know. Maybe you're traveling to learn something, to develop your skill and mind. I see some of you like going into a resort like in the next few months of like, like one of those spiritual resorts or spiritual, classes. I forget the word. Oh, you know what I mean. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. Yeah, I see a sense of community as well, of learning together or teaching together or some sort of a group activity. Okay, that's enough. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you your extended. We have Major Arcana stays, 8, 6. Okay. There's no repetition. I'm only using the repetitions because of the numeric values. So 10, 10. Ace is also 1, 1, 1. And then 3 threes. 2 threes, I'm sorry. And the High Priestess. She's the High Priestess. She stays no matter what. I leave the majors. Okay, guys. So the extended will start with this. We'll delve into this. And then I'll do a complete new shuffle of a Celtic cross. And then I'll pull out 3 runes. Okay, and I'll do a rune reading. Speaking of Morgane Le Fay and the Arthurian legends. Okay, it's Celtic. And yeah, so check out the information box for all my services. If you haven't subscribed yet, so this is your opportunity. Join my tribe of seekers, and existential shifters. I'm on Instagram, by the way. It's simple, the Existential Shift. And I hope to get to know you better in a private reading. Yeah, information below. Okay, guys, thank you once again. I will see you in April.